Hi guys, Dorota Palicka, International Nail Artist and Educator here, and today we will be playing with the trending nail art. Have a preview of it in here. Absolutely awesome, and I will show you my way of achieving this look, so let's start. I've got those amazing designs for you guys, so you can see it. We've got some rose, the heart, and then we also have some hidden love and then some swirly kind of pattern, and I will show you how to achieve this look. Very trending designs at the moment. So I've got my tip ready in here, and we are gonna start painting the background with 183, which is a black gel polish. When working with the black, of course, you have to apply it as a nice and thin layer, just so the things cure really good and properly. So I'm just applying those thin layer and working through my black. And then cure it 60 seconds. And we are gonna work with the magnets. So I've got my magnet in here, and I have tried something different to be able to create like, you know, different kind of patterns, especially the rose. I actually really like it, and I will show you with that. We will also talk, of course, about the one with the heart as well. So I've got my black tip ready, and we are gonna apply some cat eye. I will go for the number 02 and just apply it, a decent layer of it. And there is a few different ways how you could do it. So you could just keep it the way it is, and then basically the wire on your magnet needs to be attached to its stronger sides, coming up a little bit higher and then coming straight. So later on when you use the magnet in that position, it will do the job. For a hard technique, you're coming from underneath. For a drawing technique, you're actually coming more from the top. So what I want to do it now is the wire is going to attract to me the particles of the actual gel polish, and I want to start painting the rose from the top, just giving a couple like squiggles like this. Then do the swirl inside, and then work on the bottom part. So basically you're just painting like a rose. And you can see it is visible in here. The other way you could do it, and I quite prefer it, is you could distract your cat eye. So we'd say you would painted it on. You would just painted it on, and it will work opposite like the heart technique. You would just distract the particles to kind of came up with the nice and black background. Once you've got the black background, you're coming up with your magnet, and then you start drawing, and it is more visible, like it's showing much stronger. Then do the swirly part inside and the bottom of the rose. So you can see it, the rose looks much stronger. Let's give it a cook. Okay, now I'm gonna remove my wire, and we are gonna do the heart technique. So for the heart technique, you want your wire to be curved for 2 straight parts, and then you need to place it on your magnet. The way when you're coming up, you can put your magnet underneath of the actual tip. So your magnet needs to come up in there. Okay, so let's paint it. I'm just gonna use the same color. Apply it in. I do not distract the actual design. Place the wire. And then I can place it to create the heart shape. So you want to come up from underneath for this one. Make it nice and large, and then lift it up, and we've got a beautiful heart. Let's cook it. If you would place, so let's talk now about what you don't do. I'm just gonna quickly paint another tip. So grab my tip and repaint it black. This is actually lots of fun playing with all those different designs and coming up with different ideas. So cook it. Now I want to show you what you don't do. So I've got my tip ready. Apply the cat eye. And if you take your wire and let's say place it that way and come up from the top, you can see it just doesn't work. Like it just doesn't, because it's on the top, the heart wouldn't be created. Okay. If you want to try and play to save you the tips, I'm just repainting it on the top, just like this, like to distract the previous no-go. And in order for it to work, you want to come up from underneath, and then you can see it, the actual heart is creating, and you can push it to the size you want it by twisting your tip, the magnet a little bit up, and you've got an amazing heart. Okay. So save your tips, just repaint it. It saves so much time. And then again, I've got same magnet on the top, doesn't work. You can see it, maybe just a slight touch of it. Okay, so the heart technique, we've got talked through it. You have to come up from underneath, and then you've got an amazing results. Like even a child could do that heart when coming up from underneath. Now let's try another thing, something a little bit harder. So we are gonna try to paint a word. Okay, so I need to get rid of this magnet here and then grab the one which I've gotten here. So this magnet, as you can see, it is gonna come up like kind of a little bit at the angle, but more from the top rather than from the bottom. And you want your wire to come up a little bit and then come down. And then I'm gonna distract the cat eye effect, like I wanted it to disappear completely. And I'm just gonna paint the word. So here we are gonna go for a love, say, example. You just paint letter L. And you can see it. We've got love. Trying to find the best angles. Let's cook it. Honestly, so much fun. We need to also top coat the previous design we have done it. It looks absolutely fantastic and amazing. And to be honest with this technique, I think like the longer you play, the more you want to try, the more you want to invent as well, like trying different things. I also want to show you the swirly pattern because I think it's worth the attention. So I've got it in here, and for the swirly pattern, I'm gonna go with the number 3, which is blue. So I'm just gonna have like a nice blue background, and it kind of works like wet to wet technique. So you don't want to cure it. I'm not gonna disturb it either. And then I want to create some dots with the 2 different cat eyes effects. So I've got some, let's do maybe this one and the purple one. So I've got a pink one, pink purple one. And I want to do a couple of the dots in that color, just on a wet cat eye. And then grab another one and do some dots in between of that previous dots. Okay, so I've got my cat eye, and the pattern we are gonna draw is those sort of pattern, like a number 8s. So you come up with your magnet from the top, and then with the wire, you are just start drawing those 8 patterns and blending the dots you have created. So this way you get those interesting look. I'm gonna cook it and we'll show you so it doesn't distract, and show you in the different light angle. Okay, I'm just gonna show you this pattern one more time, but with actual not cat eye technique, because with the cat eye, I kind of, once I create the design, I want to cook it as soon as possible, so it's freezed in this position. So we need some layer, which is uncooked, and then just some color. Say I'm gonna actually use maybe a pink and black, and then do a couple of the dots. This is a really old school technique. I remember learning it like, I don't know, 20 years ago when I was doing a nail training. And then just place the other color in between. And then basically what you do is you come up with something like, it can be dotting tool or whatever. In my case, it is a magnet. and you're drawing the shape. So you're kind of creating a pattern straight away with those dots. Obviously painting with the magnet is much more difficult than with the dotting tool, say example. I'm gonna do one more. I usually love to do it this nail art like with 3 colors. It looks absolutely fantastic. So dot, 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 dot. And then the dotting tool, just so it's easier because you can be more precise. You are just grabbing it and you're creating the design. If you've got color underneath, it is even nicer. Okay, so I'm gonna do it one more time, as Patrick asked about it, to do it in a slow motion. So let's do it one more time. Dry the tip, apply the black, just a thin layer of it. So we can play more with the cat eye and cook it. So when my tip is cooking, I'm just gonna grab the top coat and apply the top coat on the ones which are ready. Where you can see it, the lighting is quite, but you can see it, the pattern we have created. So I'm just gonna top coat it. And take the black which is ready. The rose is also ready for the top coat as well. And it's nice because you can see it from different angles, slightly different pattern on it. Okay, the swirly one more time. Patrick asks, so a blue one. And then the dots. You could do it with the dotting tool, you will be probably more precise. Just for a quickness, I'm kind of grabbing it straight from the bottle. But I will go slower this time, like much slower, just so you could guys see it more. Okay, so I've got my magnet ready. And then start dragging it. Can you see it in the camera? Nice and slowly. And we've got all sort of different colors in there. Okay, cook it. Now I'm gonna show you all of them. Okay, so we've got the heart one more time. I have no room in there. Just gonna place them completely random. Because we have done it lots, so it's quite a quick technique. So we've got the heart one. You can see it again. We've got the rose one, so let's place it here. I'm just gonna quickly top coat the one with this cool pattern. And then cook it, and we should have some love one as well. Yes, we've got some love. So you can see it. Oh, I hit a good light, so you can see it. We've got love right in it there, but you can also see it from the other side as well, where it's showing like an empty space where we have done love. And then fill one, that shows even better. Really fun to create, like honestly, so much fun to create. I need to actually show you, maybe instead of showing them all, I will show separate. So same here, we've got the rose, which you can see it like this, and the rose, which you can see it from the other angles as well. Really beautiful. And then the last pattern, so you can see it like this, really nice and strongly. Then it's disappear kind of, but you've got some purple. So there we are. I hope you guys, you have really enjoyed this fun tutorial with this very trending technique. And if you did, hit the share button so the other can see it as well. I cannot show you all of them because they light up in different directions, so it's quite difficult. But yeah, hit the share button, and I'm sending you huge glittery hugs, and bye for now.